Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Easy69 and welcome back to another top 5. Now, this video we're going to be looking at the top 5 fastest tanks in What Blitz. Now, what I mean by fastest is top speed. Now, I wasn't actually going to make this video because when I was looking at the top 5, the top 4 were all the same speed, so we've done it anyway, and we're just going to put it into pretty much tier order and what I think is the better tank. So coming in at number 5, which is theoretically also number 2, is the MT-25. It is a Russian light tank in tier 6, and it's actually a very good tank. It's got an autoloader gun. It's been buffed over the years, and it really is a great tank. And this comes in at 72 kilometers an hour for your top speed. So very good with the speed, the nice gun, the light tank camo. However, you haven't got any armor, which the top 5 tanks that I'm going to show you with the speed all have 0 armor. Literally between them, you can add them all together and they will still be 0 armor. Now the gun is quite troll. That's not the gun, that's actually me. I should have been aiming, but 72 kilometers an hour is pretty good for a tier 6 tank. You can get around the map very quickly, and as I said, with the autoloader gun as well, it makes the tank very enjoyable. So that is number 5. Now the next 3 tanks are pretty much all the same tanks. It is the Bulldog coming in at tier 7 and the American tier 7 light tank. Now this tank you can run with a couple of different guns. You can run it with this gun, which has a 3.5 second reload with around about 150-160 alpha per shot, or you can run it with an autoloader. However, I love running it with this quick firing gun because you are constantly shooting. You have a 72 kilometers an hour speed with a 3.5 second reload. It makes these situations perfect where you can just poke out, poke in, and again, it's got no armor, so you're not going to bounce anything, so do not expect to bounce anything at all in these tanks. In fact, people should even be shooting HE in your face. But again, with the speed and the gun, you can really get around the map very quickly. You can perma-trap those heavies or any tank with the 3.5 second reload. Got good gun depression, and it is actually a very nice gun. And that's why I enjoy playing these tanks. I enjoy tanks with quick speed and quick firing guns. It just really does suit my playstyle. In fact, I play better with tanks with no armor than I do with tanks with mega armor. So the Bulldog is a very enjoyable tank. As I've said, it runs 2 guns. I would probably run it with this gun because it's not the autoloader gun. It's still a really good gun. But 3.5 second reload, and that brings it down to, if you use adrenaline, probably around 3.2 seconds, 3.1 seconds on the adrenaline. So that is number 4, but again, also number 2 theoretically. So number 3 is this tank here. It is the T-49, and this runs a 152 big dirt gun. I have done a right tank wrong gun with this with a different gun, but you should only really play this tank with this gun. Now again, it's the same as a Bulldog. It basically is a Bulldog, Bulldog shell with a 152, and you can do things like that. And so that's 980 damage. Now we're going to use the speed to get the hell out of there. Again, it's got the light tank camo, so you can spot tanks really quickly, even on the move, and you can get around the map very quickly. So we've done 980 damage to the AMX with HE on its side, and now what we're going to do is get behind these mediums. So we have not 2 American mediums who have very, very juicy rears. 555 damage there. We are going to take a shot from the Super Persian, but that is good trade. Very good trade, because now he is getting focused and we can get behind him, and again, nice juicy HE into his rear, doing 1,000 damage. So that's 3 shots and we're on 2.5k damage. And to be honest, we're not going to do that much more. We have our eyes set on the Emil there, but as soon as we get there, he does go out of sight. We do try the blind shot, we miss, but our teammate knows where he is, and boom, there he goes. He gets killed. Not sure if I did any damage to him. I think I actually did, because at the end of the battle I do finish on nearly 3k damage. Now, using the heat, you do have to be careful because the heat pen is not the greatest, so I prefer just splashing tanks in the face. So just 2 tanks left alive. As soon as we get to this SU, he pretty much gets wrecked, and they only leave him on very, very low hit points, but enough to still splash him in the face. So that is number 3. Number 2, again, it's a Bulldog, same as the other 2 tanks, and it's a tank that I've not long done a video on. Was in stores, and it's my favourite premium tank. Now, I'm going to use the replay of a good friend, Admiral Nam, very good friend of mine, and he has a great battle. It has HEP as HE, so it's got very high HE penetration, which makes it very good. With the speed, again, 72 kilometers an hour, just like the other 3, you can get around the map very, very quickly. And you can see he's already been up, he's already been down, and now he is going back up. And this is all within a minute of the battle. Using HE on the RU, over 300 damage. But the HE doesn't really work too good on the T54 Mod 1, so he's going to wait. His team, if you look at the minimap, his team are still basically all in the spawn. He's going to wait for the IS-3 to come forward, so he's now got protection from the IS-3, and he's going to let the IS-3 go forward and pretty much take the shots, and now he's going to try and get behind him. The RU has pretty much got a bit scared, and he's going to run off. So the T54 Mod 1 is now a 1-shot. Here comes the Tiger P, so he's going to get 1 shot into the Tiger P's hatch, and he's going to back up. And again, like I said, just like the other tanks, you have 0 armor, so people are going to be shooting you in the face. So now they have taken out the Mod 1, he can now go and chase the RU, but the RU's pretty quick, and he is not going to be there. So already 2 minutes gone, he's already been up, he's already been down, and he's already now taken out a tank, and he's gone up again, and now he's about to go down. Until the T23E3, again, he's going to use HE. Not sure what this T23E3 was thinking, and he even manages to get a bounce, another HE in his rear, and he's gone for his first kill. So that is what I love about this tank. Get behind tank, you can get behind heavy tanks, use the HE, or you can just run around the map, take a shot, relocate, get into a different position, and he's shown that this battle. He's going to have a few muff shots here. Now, I probably wouldn't have rammed the RU there, because it is 4 against 5, they are losing. He needs to save his hit points. He's a tank that has no armor, so he should have saved his hit points, but it turns out good all in the end. So again, HE 333 damage to the side of a Tiger P. He can now use heat just to guarantee the pen, and he can clear it, and there's only 3 tanks left alive. And you can see the HE into the rear of an IS-3. He changed just at the last minute because the IS-3 was turning, but you can shoot HE into the rear of an IS-3. So he's going to ignore the IS-3. I think he's going to try and get 1 shot there, and he's going to relocate, and he's going to try and help his IS-3, who was helping him at the beginning of the battle. But now he can get behind the KV-3, so he's going to ignore the IS-3, get behind the KV-3, get a nice shot, which again, he could have probably used HE, but he's going to guarantee the pen with the AP. Now the KV3 is just a one shot. He's going to clear him. Now he can just focus the IS3. And again, as I've said, just look how easy that is to penetrate with HE into a rear of a heavy tank. Unfortunately, he only hits his track on that shot, but IS3 now is very low hit points, and does get shot. He's going to use one HE, no, he's going to use one AP, put him down to a one shot. The IS3 has now dealt with the SU-101, and he can take out the IS3 for his 4th kill. Does an amazing job there. 4.2k damage. He gets the ace, 142,000 credits. So that is number 2 on my list. And number 1, of course, it is the RU-251. Basically has the same gun as the German Bulldog, which you've just seen, but goes a lot quicker. Now this goes 80 kilometers per hour. Has a lovely accuracy gun, very quick reload, 5.3 seconds, very good. I think I am running this with calibrated shells, so it just gives it extra pen. But it's a fantastic tank, it really is. And again, you have 0 armor, so everyone should be shooting HE in your face. Now, when I've done this list, I was quite shocked, to be honest, that a couple of tanks didn't make the list because they wasn't as quick as all the tanks on my list. Things like the Dracula. I thought the Dracula was one of the fastest tanks in the game, but nope, it's not. What makes the Dracula fast is its acceleration. It accelerates very, very quickly. Same as the CDC, not as quick. The T-54 lightweight, not as quick as these, and the LTTB, not as quick. And I was also shocked to see that the lower tier tanks like the BT, BT2, BT7s, and a couple of others didn't quite make the list. So the RU-251, the quickest tank in the game, very enjoyable tank. It's definitely worth getting the RU-251 if you haven't got it. And again, we're going to use the HE in a minute. I'm not sure what this shot does. I'll literally just fluff it. But we can get behind an SU-152 and we can just splash him in the rear with HE. 320, no problem. And you can see just how easy that is to penetrate. Now, we damage his ammo rack, which then just before he turns, because he can almost one-shot us, we do manage to ammo rack. And it now just leaves the Luva. So we're going to get behind him, get a shot into his rear. 281 high roll. Nice indeed. Very enjoyable tank, and again, lovely, lovely battle, and very, very quick. So that is my top 5 fastest tanks in the game. My next top 5 will be my top 5 most played tanks. So stay tuned. I'm Meadsy, and I'll catch you soon.